What's up everybody? Today we'll be unboxing and installing the PNW Loam dropper post and lever and throwing it on that bad boy right there, my son's Hardtail. Let's start with the unboxing. So what we got was one PNW Loam dropper post, the Loam lever, the mid-cap band in red, so the dropper post will have something on there that matches the rest of his bike, and of course all the small parts to go along with it. And inside, there we go, got this little sticker, extra little part right there, Loam dropper post right here. What everyone's been waiting to see. It comes with a black band already on it, which I did not know. And let's see, how hard are these things to remove? Because I'm gonna have to remove it. Put the red one on. So I'll have to get something so I don't scratch that up to get that removed. Here goes the Loam lever. Let's get that thing off there. Does it slide off, or do I have to rip it off? There it goes. Got that. Boom. Oh. And of course, the additional parts we got, as you would expect, since it is a dropper post, we're going to need the cable and the little bits and pieces to go along with it. All right. So I gotta start by telling you guys, I am not a professional bike mechanic. PNW makes a detailed video, step by step, how to install this thing. But if you guys are thinking of doing it yourself and wanna watch a guy who's never done it before try and install it, see if it's something you can do, then this video is for you. By the way, hit that like, subscribe, helps the channel. I'll keep the awesome content coming. So first things first, I'm just gonna get this plastic tub right here and start putting all the parts and pieces in here. One of the things I've found is that when you're working on stuff, especially things that are new or a little more complicated, things have a tendency to kind of walk off, like that little end cap right there. I bet you that thing would have wandered off somewhere. I'm just gonna go ahead and set the box, all the stuff's in there so neatly. I'll just set this box right down in there. So like I told you guys, first time doing this, step one for me is just kind of going through all the parts and pieces, making sure that I got everything. If you guys watched my son's bike check video, we talked about how this frame came already routed and ready for an internal dropper post, which is awesome. Step one is gonna be to go ahead and remove this seat post. So let's get this seat off. All right, step two is gonna be to get this seat post out of here. Next, we're gonna go ahead and install the Loam lever. You can see right here, it's got two different positions, so you can kind of get it tuned just right for you. Next step is to go ahead and install the cable housing. Of course, makes it a little bit easier because this one is only partially internally routed. It doesn't go through the entire frame like most modern bikes do. Around on this side, because of the way it comes through right here, it's to be coming from this side. All right, next thing we want to do is measure the cable length. What I'm doing is I'm just going to take this edge, kind of butt it right up against there where it's going to sit, and I'm going to push down and pull. Okay, that's looking about right there. I got the PNW logo just up, and what I did is I kind of took my son's old post and I saw, based on these scratch markings right there, he was raising it about that high right there. And you can see that's kind of about how high I set it. You want this cable to be able to come around. It's gonna go right there into the bottom of the barrel adjuster. You don't want so much slack that there's this massive piece of, you know, cable hanging out afterwards, but you don't want it so tight that it's gonna catch on the frame right there. So you want to be able to kind of go 90 degrees with it right there and have it kind of connect with the rest of the cables. So that's my spot right there. Take a little piece of tape, measure twice, cut once or something like that. All right, so that's where I just cut it right now. Would that be good? All right, boom, it's in the barrel adjuster, right? Bars are turning. Yeah, it's in the clips right there. Yeah, it's looking good. Now that we have that cable cut to length, we can go ahead and remove the dropper post. Now I want to go ahead and push this cable back up, the cable housing that is, because I don't have the, ooh, look at that. That's kind of tearing away at that right there. I kind of wanted to zip tie it up just to make sure that it was the right size, but now that zip tie was kind of making that chafe right against there and get torn up. So now I got the housing back up and I'm ready to insert the inner cable. There it goes. Now we're going to go ahead and push that wire down through the housing. Oh, you know what, guys? I just messed up. See right there? That needs this end cap on it right here. So, lessons learned. Don't do what I just did. Not a big deal though, I just gotta pull this back out real quick. I'm gonna install the end cap on there first. Boom, end cap is installed. What that end cap does is when it goes into the seat post bottom right there, it prevents the cable housing from getting all frayed and stuff. And now, with the end cap installed correctly, now I can put the cable back through the housing. When that is in, just go ahead, hook it up right here. The end cap kind of goes right into there. Now what you don't want to do is just start shoving this dropper post in, and you'll end up kinking that cable up. So you kind of want to pull and push at the same time. I'm kind of feeling as I push that the dropper post is kind of seated, or actually the cable housing is kind of seated right in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get that back down there the way I want it. Throw a zip tie on there, cinch those things down, and then we'll move on to the dropper post lever. All right, now on this end, we're gonna make sure and not forget to install that end cap right there. With the end cap on, we're going to go ahead and insert that wire into the end of the barrel adjuster right here. All right, so next step, you're going to go ahead and cut this cable right there. And once that's on there, you go ahead and crimp that. All right, next you got to go ahead and use this barrel adjuster right here. Take the slack out of the line. Now we just got to clean up the zip ties right here, around on the side. Put the seat back in, should be good to go. So it freaked me out for a second there. I was pushing the dropper post down and it wasn't staying down. What happened is I had this barrel adjuster way too tight, so it was putting constant tension on that lever and it was always releasing it. Bam, dropper post installed. That wasn't too hard. Had a couple fumbles and setbacks. Definitely forgot one crucial piece. Go ahead, leave in the comments below. We'll see if you guys can figure out what that is. Like, subscribe, and remember, get out there, have fun.